Hello, beautiful Libra. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to jump into your next 4 weeks money and success. And if you're new here and haven't already, go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe. It's a free way to join and support. Also, you can hit the bell so you never miss a video. Okay, we have a wish coming forward. Your heart's desire is ready to come forth, come true. Love that. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. Moon is going to guide you. You can follow the moon cycles, and we're going to have a full moon in a couple days, so that can be also easier for you to release the things that are holding you back. And let's pull one more. Celebrations. You're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. Would love to see that. If you are actually already celebrating some success when it comes to material stuff, go ahead, comment down below. I read all your comments. We have Chariot here. Charge ahead with confidence. Stay strong and focused. So this is also a good sign because before I actually turn on the video, I pulled some cards on this deck. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. Good. Yeah. Chariot said, you know what? I'm going to be here for him or her. Let's see what we have in your coffee cup. That one is going to reveal. I see there's a fish here and a man with a hat. You can see sitting in front of the fish, maybe having a negotiation with a bear. Massive bear here holding the fish. Bears are experts of catching fish. And I heard from someone, I didn't watch the documentary, they say the bear only eats the head of the fish, doesn't really bother with the rest of the body. I'm not sure about that. But the thing is, this can be someone who knows that the head is the mind, the brain, and the idea, who only cares about the idea, okay? The bear can be someone powerful and who has like some sort of like maybe financial security in their hand, and they might also have an idea, and that might be the part that they're interested. Another thing, there's a person with hat can symbolize maybe your authority, and maybe you are the one negotiating with this person to give you that valuable part. Okay, this can be a person who's only taking the valuable part of something and discarding the rest. I'm not saying the rest of the salmon is not valuable, but I feel like it's something that is significant here. The mind, without the mind, the body cannot function. Okay, and I see here there's a heart shape appearing within the third week, actually, before we get, this is the first week, a conversation happening, and then the third week, the heart is appearing here. Heart symbolizes your heart's desire, your wish fulfillment, or it can be something coming like unexpected because it's outside your comfort zone, which is your heart's desire, which is something fulfilling for you. When it comes to the first week here, we see a tiny dinosaur standing on top of a rock. There are two rocks. Dinosaur can symbolize something that is like maybe a long time wish and desire that you have. And because it's standing on top of a rock here, that's why I feel the wish came forward. It is really becoming visible to you. Sometimes what happens is when we want something, everything is available, everything is right in front of us, but because we are vibrationally not in the same frequency level, we cannot see that. The best example of this is, for example, when you are living on like a higher ground, a higher floor, you'll be closer to the sky, you'll see the clouds closer to you. But when you're on the ground, you see the earth is closer to you. So it's like a frequency. Think of it like a frequency level, okay? So it seems like here, maybe you are getting on the higher levels of the frequency, which if you know about the Dr. Hawkins, actually, like he has a chart for that. Higher levels are enlightenment, joy, happiness, satisfaction, and that all that good stuff. And the lower levels are apathy, anger, frustration, jealousy, those kind of stuff. So I feel like here this dinosaur is located on the same high level for you, okay? So you need to go and hit those high levels of frequency. And today's world that we know now with the neuroplasticity, we can actually control our learning patterns, what we're learning, what is going through our minds, and like what we're watching. So I feel like here, you're not on the ceiling. This dinosaur is not on the top of the ceiling. You don't need to be enlightened, or you don't have to have massive transformation. You just maybe have to control your mood for the time being, within the first week especially. I see here a hanging fruit. This can be like a hangman energy. This doesn't mean mean this is actually like something, okay, it's not ever gonna happen. Hangman symbolizes a pause for reflection. Okay, you might have, like, when you recognize, okay, this thing is on that level of joy, so I need to be in the mood of joy in order to reach that. But then there might be an interruption happening here. What happens with the hanging fruit here is it is stranded in the air, but the head is upside down, meaning the perspective is changing now. This can be about how you see a circumstance or situation, how you see money, or maybe something that you think that was actually hurtful. Maybe also revealing something that you should have take care of in order to receive more abundance. I may be talking about there's a payment that is coming forward. You're thinking, oh, why is this showing up here? I don't want to pay for that. But the thing is, when you pay for it, you're going to close something, like get rid of something. And what happens is universe abhors a vacuum. So when you have an empty space in your life, it actually fills it in with the vibration, the positive energy that you're in. So if you're in negative energy, it can turn around that way as well. But I feel like here for next 4 weeks with this June vibe, you need to control that, what you're focusing on, okay? And it's going to be all about self-control, okay? At the end of the day, because the chariot you see here, even this horseman doesn't have a rider, this chariot does have a rider, and you are that one leading the horse towards your direction, okay, the desired direction. I see there's a scene here. We see a man holding a rose in his hand, and there's a woman maybe holding on to him really tightly and don't want to let him go. This can be a type of thing that maybe you're thinking, if I have this in my life, I'm going to be happy. So I should be holding on to this person really tightly. Or it can be vice versa. Maybe you detect something that is your heart's desire, but somebody's like attaching to you so tightly, it's holding you back. So I feel like here, there's going to be assessment happening, whichever the position that you're in within the second week, especially. Maybe you're holding on to something that doesn't belong to you, or doesn't really, you don't benefit from this anymore. Okay. This can be maybe an idea of a person. Okay. Those kind of things can affect our abundance as well, because what happens is when you start to channel your abundance towards another person by channeling your energy, you distract the source, okay? So I feel like here there's a detachment happening either way. This can be following the rose, your heart's desire, if you're the masculine figure here. Masculine meaning the one that takes action. Feminine, the meaning the one that actually nurtures what is available. And if you're the one, the feminine figure here, it's also letting go of someone or something that wants to leave and go away, okay? You have a dog behind you right here attached to this rose, this hanging fruit. So that means that the pause is also going to show you who's loyal to you and who's supporting you. And there's a life choice coming forward here to choose who chooses you, okay? Or what chooses you as well. Maybe you're in a workplace environment and you have colleagues, you're protecting one, but the other one, that one actually is betraying you. And you need to choose the ones who are supporting you here. Towards the third week, I see here there's a crowd gathering. There's a person, a merchant, maybe working on his craft here. He has an ankh in front of him. There's a queen right there. And there's also like a fat chef, I want to say. This kind of reminds me of, there's a cartoon character. That's why I said it's like with his French chef hat, and he has this big belly. Kind of reminds me, there was Asterix and Obelix back in the day. Cartoons kind of reminded me of the big guy. This is not about physical appearance. This is about this person's actually authority, because like Pavarotti, he had a big appearance, but he also had a massive effect, that space that he was holding on stage. Okay, it's not about physicality. It's about the space that you're actually holding in people's minds. Okay. So it seems like this person is very strong and he has someone working under him. And there's a third lady showing up here. This kind of reminds me of the Three of Pentacles energy. Some of you might be finding yourself in an environment that has maybe even like a collaboration, and you might be either one of these guys. It doesn't have to be you specifically being one, or you can be switching roles with these people, but this is going to lead you towards a big fish here. Kind of reminds me of a certain type of shark right there. You can see the eye and the mouth. Maybe like a grayback. I don't know if there's such a thing, but it's just the mouth part is a little white. So shark can be maybe someone with resources, tend to have the Shark Tank attitude, maybe someone who really likes to benefit initially themselves. But it seems like here, this one doesn't have like a pointy nose, meaning they're not really like going for the kill all the time, okay? That kind of reminds me, I mentioned this many times in this video. If you ever watch this Shark Tank, there's this sponge called Scrub Daddy. And this guy goes there, presents it, and all the men, they say, you know what, we don't invest in that. This is like, he says, I sold already like 100,000 units. And they say, no, we don't invest in that. And the lady there, she says, you know what? I love the idea. I'm going to invest in it. And she doesn't act like a shark. She doesn't say, I'm going to take 60% of the business. She doesn't say that. She says, I'm going to source. I'm going to help you advertise. We're going to do this together. And now he's in stores all around the world. And they even copy his product right now. So I feel like here, the shark coming is not literally a shark only thinks about his benefit here. I feel like that lady, I don't know her name, her attitude, this person has her attitude here. What happens through that is, this can be even the smallest thing that you're actually doing at home, guys. It doesn't have to be something massive. It can be maybe your cooking recipes you want to turn into a book, and you have a chef here. Maybe chef is the one like an ancestor who left you the recipes. I see there are 2 papers showing up here. This can be legal papers towards the end of the 3rd week. There's going to be discussions on them. This is not something you're signing right away. I see 1 and 9 here. 19 can be important. 1 is individuality and also independence. 9 is completion and enlightenment. So you're going to maybe even put things together by yourself, which is going to bring you an enlightenment. You're going to understand how valuable what you know. That's why I said here there's a heart shape showing up. When I look inside, I see this team forming. That can be the heart shape. That can be the thing that is most beneficial to you, okay? When we look at the 4th week here, there's someone with a hat with a feather in their head coming out of this magic lamp. So this is the genie coming out of the magic lamp, but this genie is someone, the feather can symbolize someone who writes things down. It can be someone who's preparing contracts, can be like an accountant, can be a lawyer, someone who's knowledgeable, and they're coming out like rubbing the magic lamp, they're coming out of it. So meaning you rub the magic lamp when you have a desire. And when you pursue that desire, there's an action necessary here. Maybe you're calling the genie on the phone. This is someone that you are actually finding their number, calling and asking for advice, guidance, or maybe even participation, that you want to call them over, tell them to read the paperwork, because they're coming to take part in this journey. I told you that I see here the man is trying to take the fish out of the bear. The head, I told you, maybe this is an idea that or recipes, like if this is a cooking book, trying to take the recipes out of the bear of the mind. It can be something like that. It can even be, I don't know if there's like big chefs actually allow that, maybe going around the chefs in your neighborhood and just asking for their most loved recipes, asking for their copyrights, or maybe giving them a percentage of the copyrights and collecting them. Why not? I see here within the 4th week, towards the end of the 4th week, the man with the cloak right here, trench coat and a hat, he actually becomes clear who this person is. I don't know if this is you or somebody else trying to get the recipes, but they become clear here. They're inside of a mud right there, and there's some angry person under them. If this is you, it means that there's some things you need to take care of. And if you keep delaying them, it's just going to wrap around you like a mud, okay? This can be like a payments that you need to do, or paperwork that you need to read carefully and sign up, or maybe reject, whatever it is on your desk, whatever it is that you're dealing with. Another thing here, if this is a person, maybe you're asking for help, there's a boot showing up here too. well, this person is inside of something and they might require an intervention. The boot just came to me as like a military coup for a second. But you're the one wearing the boot, so that's an intervention. You're just stopping this person on their tracks. If this is a person that you share finances with, and if they're going out of control, maybe you need to step your boot down and tell them, you know what? No, you're not really doing the right thing here. So that's why I feel this person might require an intervention. There's like a pepper even under them. This man's head kind of looks like a pepper here. You see like a little stem, like a red pepper. So they might need a little peppering. But the red bell pepper is not really spicy, so it doesn't have to be spicy. It can be like strict boundaries, okay? Because it has thick walls. It can be the strict boundaries that you're going to put on this person. And now I see here the dinosaur I mentioned in the beginning kind of starting to look like a butterfly. This is going to create a metamorphosis within you, not only reflecting on that person, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. Second week, I see a small chunk of money. It looks like a bean coming forward. And the beanstalk, you know that he plants the seeds, the jack. He doesn't really plant the seed intentionally. He just throws them in the backyard and just grow. But the thing is, it'll lead him to the land of giants. So this can be a seed coming in that you can just randomly plant it. You don't have to purposefully plant it. And it seems like it's going to take you to the land of giants or a very valuable place. I see here there's like a tears of joy coming with a small gift at the end. Kind of looks like a bag, like a, they put the fish in like a plastic bag sometimes, or in the cartoon movies you see. I kind of see here fish can symbolize money, by the way, in coffee cup. Money, wealth, resources. So it can be something maybe you're receiving backhandedly. Someone may be thinking they're not really giving you something valuable, but it can have massive value if you can see it and if you consider it. It's in the third week. It's maybe towards the end of it. It can be even like a very old antique thing that somebody's thinking when they're giving it away. It doesn't have any value, but when you look it up, it might have a massive one, okay? So if you're getting handed something, do not discard it. It can have something of a value for you. Let's dive into your saucer now. Hold your desire in your mind. We have here, this was first, I saw a bull turn into a goat, then turn into a fish. Now it's actually melting away. Goat is resilience, guys. You being resilient with your desire. Bull is actually, your desire is something coming fast. And there's a pause. Okay, this can be something, this has like dips, lows, and highs. And it seems like it is still continuing to grow, but it might have a little dips time to time. The goat is resilience. Bull is you being the authority. And lastly, what did I say? I forgot it. Anyways, though, but I see here the bear's face is splitting into half. So the bear, the thing that you think there's an authority there, they might be bluffing about their authority a little bit. This is revealed too. This is something continuously coming into your life, guys. This desire, whatever this is. Another thing I see, the goat is dancing here. Kind of looks like a rabbit dancing as well. But also maybe fighting with a goat. You see the rabbit is holding the goat. Goat is so small, their horn. Goat can symbolize also devil. Maybe like destructive or distracting thoughts, or someone like Capricorn may be coming with the energy that, oh, you cannot do that. Seems like bunnies are resourcefulness, but also can be fear, but you're not really afraid of them. So you're attacking the situation head on. And you're not really allowing them to revert you back. I see here also the bull, like you are the authority. Your decisions are going to change the situation here. Even if someone acts like they have control, they have no control whatsoever. They're just acting like it. I see in your heart space, there's a caterpillar and there's a person here with a wand in their hand. And this person might not be patient with the caterpillar because wands is fire energy. You might be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, being really, really like impatient with you. And they might not let your butterfly to hatch basically, and they might be really aggressive with it. What you need to do here is maybe just have a strong, because you have a thick shell around the caterpillar. If you have a fire sign, maybe pushing it to your limits, it's time to just, tell them to step back, because you're waiting for your caterpillar to hatch and turn into a massive butterfly. Let's see. It's in your heart. You're growing this butterfly, caterpillar, whatever this is, guys. Let's see your tarot. That one has to say. We can go week by week this time, or go with the flow. Let's see what that one has to say. Two of them. 10 of Pentacles comes with 5 of Wands. 10 of Pentacles can be receiving an inheritance, guys. That's why the 5 of Wands makes sense on that front, because it means that you're receiving something. Maybe a lot of people have their eyes on them. You are creating a legacy, or you're working on something that is going to last for a long time. But the people, they are actually creating maybe a back and forth argument or discussion or something like that. Just discomfort that they're bringing into the situation. But 5 of Wands means that you don't have to get involved with other people's dramas, okay? If you have the authority, if you have the signature, and your signature is the word, they cannot really stop you doing the things that you want to do, okay? And I feel like here, I want to show you something too. When you look at them, their wands are not really touching each other. So they might be creating a distraction here, okay? So you get distracted of the purpose and the goal that you have. Basically, this is very clear here. Do not fall victim to other people's dramas, okay? Though we have here Queen of Swords, exactly. You need to use logic and also determination. Another thing here is, there's another word. Anyways, discernment is going to be really important. Queen of Swords is not only someone who is logical, stoic, and who has strong standing with her ideas, which you need to utilize that, but also she is, because it's a female energy, feminine energy, she's compassionate, okay? So she's understanding. Compassion doesn't mean though that it's not like Queen of Cups, she goes out there and tries everything in her power to make others happy. No, she understands where others coming from. Okay, she understands their upbringing, their circumstances, but it doesn't mean that she tries to be their hero. Okay, and she offers the help, but you cannot live somebody else's life. So it seems like here you might, I told you that you're going to distance yourself from other people's circumstances or their fights, because something for the long term, a solid thing is coming forward that is going to be your main concern. You're not going to waste time with other people's dramas. And when you do, you become the magician here, which magician means that he has all the tools available to him. So you have everything available to you, even though you think you need the most expensive whatever it is that you need to get in order to launch your business or do what your get the money that you want or win the lottery. This is basically telling you you don't need any of those. You just need to specify your heart's desire and use the tools that are available to you. What are those tools? Cup is the emotional charge, love towards it, passion. And a sword is actually the words and ideas, combining that. Pentacles is financial, material resources. It doesn't have to be financial. If you want to launch like a knitting channel, and if you have the yarn already, you don't need to go buy more yarn, okay? You can use those that are available to you. If you're a teacher, you want to teach people, and if you're looking for launching your own website, you don't have to launch it right away. There's so many free platforms that you can put your videos on, okay? And the wand is the passion. Not only that, wand also have the energy of action. taking action with whatever is in your hands. And the magician tells you, just go ahead and do it, okay? We have Page of Wands here, and this is also tells you that start slowly. You don't have to jump into the throne and try to rule a kingdom right away. That can be really frustrating. Just Page of Wands is doing things one at a time and slowly taking a leap of faith and going on this new adventure. He's in the sand right now. He is in, as you can see, inside of the desert, meaning there are resources, but resources are hidden in the desert, like the cactus carries the water. You need to be knowledgeable in order to find them before you set off to the journey, okay? Let's see what else we have here. Ten of Pentacles, I told you, the devil comes in. When you have what you desire, there are going to be eyes on you, okay? There are going to be people's eyes on you, maybe family. They're going to actually tell you, okay, you need to share with us. Or there's going to be like a back and forth as something is going to happen. And you need to control that because devil is something in the mind. Devil cannot take action for you, okay? This is basically walk away from other people's dramas. It doesn't belong to you. It is going to carry you from choppy waters to the calmer shores. And when you're calm, you're going to have clarity of thinking, okay? The star is your wish fulfillment. That's exactly what's going to happen when you follow that road, that calm road. Maybe you're thinking, okay, I need to... Is it covering it? No, yeah. I need to do something for them. I need to save them. That's the devil, by the way. That's also devil too. And if these are grown-ups, you cannot really save them because they have their free will and you cannot intervene. And the logical thing to do is what's going to actually carry you towards the future in a wealthy way is walking away. Soon as you do, like I said, you can feel compassion, but you need to mind your own business. Star is your wish fulfillment. Your desires are going to start manifesting left and right, okay? What else we have here? Two of them wanted to jump. Hermit. So you are... Actually, hermit symbolizes someone who manifested certain things in their life, like their goal. And now they're taking a break and understanding the star here, maybe contemplating. And also, I feel like here, this is giving you all the creative ideas, action points, and like investment ideas, or how you're going to create your heart's desire. So, yes, you're the magician and maybe you're thinking, having anxiety. I don't know where I'm going to find the pentacles, the resources. Hermit gives you the answer here. You need to take a break, mental break, okay? You need to give yourself some time to recuperate, and then you're going to find the Page of Wands here. You're going to find the pathway with the Page of Pentacles, the resources, okay? The world is a completion. If this was a financial cycle that you were in, maybe you were restrained for a while, it seems like its cycle is completing and the Chariot is carrying you towards a better future in a very fast manner. So I feel like here, if you like, this is a journey that you're setting off to, and you don't have to start big. But even if you start slowly and small amounts, doing things you want and just maybe going after things you want, that's going to also complete maybe a negative cycle when you're having what you're having with resources and the money, okay? Creating those desires. Let's get to your oracle part of your reading now. Let's see what that one has to say. And then we're going to pull one more. I think it's sigil. Yeah. What? Yes. I've lifted up and the cards flipped, so I didn't see what it said. Okay, we have black. Find riches from the dark night. That's, I feel like, aligning with the devil and the Five of Wands energy. So if there's some back and forth happening, which I felt it in the cup as well, if something is darker showing up, it is coming so you can find the riches, the resources, and the answers, okay? If this is a situation that needs to be paid off and get out of your way, just go ahead and just do that. Look into the dark, very strict, like a very straightforward, and see the solution in there, okay? We have here a peach. Inhale a breath of life. This is actually practicing breathing, maybe like focusing on the breathing and the intentional breathing. It can also symbolize that inhale a breath of life. Focus, being in the moment, okay? While you're focused in your breathing, you cannot really think about much anything else. So that can really help you see whatever is available, the resources at that moment too, okay? And the blessings. Plum color, overcome your challenges, which I said there's coming in, and you are going to overcome that by looking into the dark night, the darkness, and straightforward, and it's going to bring solution. 41 also symbolizes, when it comes to shaman culture, is a protective number. So you're going to be protected while you're overcoming the challenges. And Azure, we have protect yourself, protect your energy. If anything or anyone tells you that you don't deserve it, you can't get it, don't let them take control. This is your life, guys. Okay, this is, you're in charge of your life. Let's pull your sigil. You can write it down somewhere. This is your final message, or you can maybe take a screenshot of this and just hold it for the next 4 weeks. We have here water energy. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. Maybe refinement of the ideas and the action points. And also water is a cleanser. It seems like it's coming like as a cleanser here, blue energy. So you can use that as well. Blue color, light blue, is also throat chakra. This can be, some of you need to really adjust your speech, the way you're speaking, the words that you're using, and you can speak it to the water before you drink it, whatever affirmations that you want to manifest in your life, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.